Welcome to another episode of Mutual Growth, a podcast by Penn Community Bank. I'm your host, Aaron Clark. After the show is over, be sure to check out the show notes and links to resources at penncommunitybank.com/podcast.
All right, Michelle Brennan, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Excited to have you on. We had some of our commercial bankers on earlier this month, and cash management came up as a topic, so we wanted to be sure to invite you, the leader of our cash management team, on to kind of extend that conversation for business owners in the area. But before we dive into that topic, I would love to just learn a little bit more about you, your time with the bank, and your professional background.
Absolutely. So thank you so much again for having me, Aaron. I've been in the financial services industry for about 13 years. I've been in cash management specifically for about 7 years. I'm actually a little newer to Penn Community Bank. I joined the bank the end of March as the cash management sales team leader. I have a team of 2 relationship managers, and it's been a great experience here at the bank. I love it here.
Well, we are certainly glad to have you on board, and as we know, cash management is a priority for our organization. So you are definitely the right person to take the lead there. But just to set the table for everyone, obviously cash management sometimes is called different things at different places, but by and large, those services cover a pretty wide range of financial solutions. So just to begin, can you provide an overview of what cash management services are, what they do for businesses, and ultimately what the benefit is for businesses looking at it?
Absolutely. So as you said, we offer a full suite of cash management products and services here at Penn Community Bank. I actually like to look at them in 4 different categories. So the first category is our collections. So, that is how do businesses collect payments, right? So our first product would be remote deposit capture. So that is our check scanners. We actually have 2 different types of scanners available for customers depending on the type of computer they have. And the scanners make it very easy and secure for them to deposit checks. They can actually deposit up to 50 checks per batch within the scanner. Another product that we offer under collections would be our ACH services. So customers have the ability to collect payments via ACH. So for example, if you're a landlord and you're collecting rent payments, you can utilize our ACH portal to do that. And just like remote deposit capture, it's a very secure, fast, and easy way to collect funds. The next category that we have is disbursements. So under that category, again, we have our ACH services. So under that portion, customers can make vendor payments via ACH. They can also do their direct deposit payroll through our ACH portal, which is great. And within our ACH portal, customers have the ability to set up different templates. So again, for example, if they're doing their direct deposit for us, they can have their payroll template set up through the portal, or they can also upload a CSV file from their accounting software of all of the different, people that they're paying. We also have wire transfers. So customers are able to send both domestic and international wires via our business website. Again, it's also a very fast, secure, easy way to send money out. And again, customers can set up templates if they have reoccurring wires. They can do that as well. And we also have different security measures in place for wires and ACH payments, since they are considered a higher risk service. For wires, we do callbacks, and we do offer dual control, meaning that maybe you initiate a wire and then maybe I approve it. So all of that, is offered under there. Our next category is going to be our fraud protection products. And, as you know, fraud is a hot topic across the financial industry. I will say every time I am in front of a prospect or a customer, I'm always talking about these products because I think it's just so critical for businesses to, be educated about these products and, take advantage of them before, potentially some type of fraud may happen. So, we have what's called check positive pay available, where customers can upload a file like an Excel or a CSV file of all of the checks that they issue. And if there's any discrepancies with the payee or with the amount, any discrepancies with the check, it's going to get flagged, and the customer will get 2 emails saying you have a check item to review. And the customer would then log into the website and they would be able to review the check, and they would say, yes, I want to pay this, or no, this isn't right, we need to return it. So it's a great product. It's interesting because, check writing has declined, but check fraud since COVID, continues to rise across all financial institutions. Additionally, we have a similar product for ACH. So it's ACH positive pay, and it works very similar. So customers would go into our business banking portal and they would notate the specific companies that are authorized to debit their account. And they can put different limits on there. So say, you have ABC company and maybe they can, they're allowed to debit up to $5,000. You can indicate that as well. And again, it works very similar. So if a company comes in trying to debit the account that's not on that authorized list, the customer gets notified and they have to log in and review and make a decision on what they would like to do. And then our last category is our other products and services. So we do offer sweep account options where, a customer can have a non-interest bearing account and then an interest bearing account. And we can actually set a threshold in that non-interest bearing account. So all of the excess funds would get swept at the end of each business day into that interest bearing account to, really maximize their interest there. We also have zero balance account capabilities. So typically with this product, we see this a lot with payroll accounts. So for example, a business customer might have an operating account and a payroll account connected, and the payroll account will sweep to 0 at the end of each business day. So any transactions that are coming through that payroll account get pulled from the operating to get paid. And really the benefit of that is the customer doesn't have to worry about moving funds or, transferring any money. It's really convenience for them. And then we have a commercial line of credit sweep available to our business customers as well. And this is for customers that, of course, have a commercial line with us. And we can connect a checking account to a line of credit. So the way this would work is a customer, we can set a target balance in the checking account saying, let's say it's $50,000. Anything in excess of the $50,000 would be used to pay down the line. And the line would also be used to, fund the checking account if the checking account needs funds. Customers can also set the target balance to 0 if they'd like to. So the checking account would sweep to 0 at the end of each business day. So again, the checking account is paying down the line, and the line is funding the checking account. So really the benefits there are, improving cash flow and reducing your interest expense. And the last product I'm actually going to touch on is it's a newer product we just rolled out in June, and it's called Z Escrow. So this is our escrow and sub-account product. We've had a lot of great feedback on it, a lot of great success. So really, the benefits of this program, or this product, I should say, is customers are able to really manage all of their, escrow needs online. So customers can open sub-accounts online, they can transfer funds online, they can close sub-accounts. Everything is available online. Their statements are online. And also, regulatory compliance is also built in. So any tax forms that they need and their W-9s are also all available within this platform. So we've onboarded several new customers to this Z Escrow product, and again have gotten a lot of great feedback on it. And that will do it for all of our different products.
just all that. That's it. There's nothing else. Oh my goodness. It really is amazing to hear kind of all the products and capabilities that kind of roll up under the simple title of cash management. I think the thing that always jumps out to me is how kind of scalable or applicable the products and services are to businesses of whatever size. Small business might go, oh, well, we don't need that, but there's enough else in there that is probably beneficial, and vice versa. This is certainly not just a small business product suite. It really scales with companies of all sizes. So knowing that, can you just walk us through some use cases, right? So you touched on a couple of them, but what key challenges are there that businesses face specifically with maintaining cash flow or utilizing these tools, and how might they be applied to address these challenges?
Yeah, so that's a great question, Aaron. So, I would say some of the key challenges that businesses face from a cash flow perspective would be, late customer payments. That's something that we certainly, hear about as we talk to our customers and prospects. And I would say, a solution for that would be, of course, as I just talked about, offering multiple payment methods, right? So we come across a lot of customers who, may just be, maybe initially they're just accepting check payments, but, our job is to educate them on, well, have you thought about, accepting ACH payments? And, here's how you would do that, or, a wire payment, or even credit card payments as well. So it's just, educating, our business customers on all of the different methods to accept payments to help, with that issue. Because there's a lot of different, as I talked about, there's a lot of different payment methods out there. And I would say the other option too would be, another solution would be a line of credit. So we have a full team of commercial loan officers that are awesome, that my team works with on a daily basis. So, that's another, solution for business customers as well, to look at some type of loan or line of credit.
Yeah, certainly making sure, you have the operating capital and cash flow and be able to forecast, your cash is critical for business financial planning or any financial planning. But let's just dive a little bit deeper into that and explain how some of these cash management services help businesses create accurate, reliable, forecastable cash flow, so you can plan on what comes next or get ready for maybe seasonality, for example.
Yeah, absolutely. So several of our cash management products enable businesses to create accurate and reliable cash flow forecasts, right? So for example, ACH payments. So as I talked about a little bit, our ACH services, your customers are able to send money out, and they're also able to, collect funds. And within that ACH portal, customers are actually able to, they can schedule those payments, right? They can schedule them out. And they also have the ability to set up recurring payments as well. And very similar for our wire portal. Again, customers have the ability to send domestic and international wire transfers, and they can schedule out wires if they'd like, and they can also set up reoccurring as well. So these two products really allow customers to control sending and receiving funds quickly and securely.
One of the most common topics, I guess, on the show, regardless of what kind of side of the bank we're talking to, has been kind of the acceleration of technology, and either in-house tech or the technological expectations of customers when it comes to working with a financial services provider. In your space, how has that innovation transformed, what the expectations of your products are, and how has that led to advantages for businesses who maybe never even thought about some of the tech options that are now available?
Yeah, that's a great question, Aaron. So as you said, technology has had a significant impact on the financial services industry and has really provided a lot of great benefits, right? So, I would say one of the benefits would be, again, with all of these products that I just went over, the speed of these payments, right? So customers, again, have the ability to execute ACH and wire payments, and they can deposit checks remotely. And all of these functions can be done very quickly, and securely, of course, because that's very important. Security is very important to us. Convenience. So, business customers don't have to, go into a bank really anymore. I mean, they really can do everything from their business online banking portal, which is great. They don't have to worry about going into a branch. Electronic security through electronic token usage, that's really allowed customers to have a seamless and a secure online user experience. So the electronic tokens is an additional layer of security that we utilize for our business customers that use ACH and wire payments. So again, as the technology has continued to evolve, we've also had these, additional security measures that, we put in place. Another benefit too would be, cost savings. Again, going back to ACH and wires, wires are usually more expensive than ACH payments. So, customers are able to, send, an ACH payment maybe instead of a wire if they'd like. Also with the technology, they're able to get, real-time information through online banking, and they can get their statements on online banking. So, technology has really, it's really added a lot of great benefits, for the cash management space.
I think one of the things, especially when folks think of technology in banking, and you've touched on it a couple times here, is the more information I have out there, the more I'm relying on computers or data entry. Am I putting myself at risk? Am I putting my finances at risk? What are the security implications of what I'm doing? I know just recently you and your team hosted a security themed event for your customers, really to answer those questions, belay some of those fears. But obviously, it is, as you mentioned, it is a top concern, especially when managing cash. So what measures do you have in place to, put some customer fears at ease? What are some of the most common questions that you get when it comes to security? Or maybe are folks not thinking about it the way they should, and you want to kind of focus them on securing their financial data?
Yeah, a great question, Aaron. So obviously our fraud protection products come first to mind. As I mentioned earlier, any opportunity, any customer, any prospect that I am talking to or that my team is talking to, we're always educating them on, on fraud and the different products that we have to help mitigate that. So, again, our Check Positive Pay is a great product, where customers can, upload their check information, and any discrepancies, they can, they'll get emails, hey, you have to log in and, see if this is a good check or not. And again, the ACH Positive Pay works a very similar way. It's just with the ACH is that debit your account, not the checks. So I think, those are two huge products that we really try to focus on. As you said, Aaron, we had a great event last night for customers and prospects. And we actually had the head of security, Rick, and myself, and, really talk and educate this group on what's going on with fraud and, how can they protect their business. So it was a very successful event. Another item that I think I had touched on earlier is electronic token usage. So we provide our business customers with electronic tokens. I should say those customers that are utilizing ACH and wire payments. So that's another level of security that they have to complete prior to sending the ACH and wire. We also highly recommend dual control for those ACH and wire payments, and we do have callback procedures in place for those payments as well. Also, I will touch on our business online banking system. It enables the administrator, so the person that's responsible for really, managing the online banking platform for the company. They can actually, they can create users, additional online users, but they can customize their access. So, you can give someone as little access or as much access as you'd like. So if there's someone that maybe, and I just want them to be able to look at the balance and pull statements, you can do that. So our online banking platform is very customizable with user access. And the other thing I have to mention is my team. I mean, we take security very seriously. We talk about it probably in every team meeting. And we really take the time to get to know our customers and really, develop those relationships where customers, if they have a problem, they have my cell phone number. They have each of my team members' cell phone number. So they're calling us, emailing us, texting us, and we're taking care, of their issue, and we know our customers, right? So we have that relationship with them. So, that's really a big part of it too.
So let's put ourselves in the shoes of a business owner who's sitting here listening and going, Michelle, that all sounds great. Certainly can understand the efficiencies and, the speed of the products and that, but really, like anything a business considers, it comes down to the dollars and cents. Obviously, what is the return on investment is probably a question that you get a lot. So for that business owner, how can they measure the ROI of utilizing kind of the services and products that you've outlined here?
Yeah, absolutely. So our cash management customers, we can put them on what we call analysis statements. So what an analysis statement is it's a comprehensive statement that reviews all of the products and services that particular business has. It reviews the activity information. It has the balance information, and it also, breaks down all the specific costs that go along with those products and services. So these analysis statements really provide business owners with additional insight and can really help them identify opportunities to use funds more efficiently.
So obviously we've touched on it from a number of different angles here, but different businesses, different needs. You mentioned, however, your team. And I think one of the things that comes across loud and clear, whether we're talking about residential lending, we're talking about commercial lending, consumer banking, anyone that we've had on, really the differentiator that comes up the most is our team, our mutual structure, the fact that we're a community bank, local decision makers. So I'm sure that's all part of your pitch, but just give listeners an idea of what the response is to, their unique requirements or needs, because you have, a localized team that can really work one-on-one?
Yeah, absolutely. So my team and I, we take the time to meet with each customer, each prospect, and we really want to take the time to listen to their specific needs and challenges. And then from there, we will make recommendations on what products, services, and solutions would really work best for that specific business. So for example, remote scanning capabilities, as I had mentioned earlier, we have different scanners available, for customers based off their needs. And it's also really nice too, because, for customers that maybe they have a very low volume of checks, we also can provide business mobile scanning capabilities, and we can actually be flexible on those daily limits for mobile banking, if that makes sense for that specific customer. And you'll hear a lot of banks, they can't be flexible with the mobile limit, so that's an advantage that we have. And then the other item I'll touch on is, we can also offer customers same day ACH capabilities. And a lot of other banks, right now are not offering that additional service. So we really take the time to want to listen to our customers, and based off of their needs and their challenges, we will make, the best recommendations for them.
That's awesome. Before we wrap up, one of my favorite parts of all these episodes, regardless of who I'm talking to, is to put everyone on the hot seat by making them predict the future. So looking into whatever the horizon is here, how do you anticipate cash management and the services you provide are going to continue to grow or change? What needs are you beginning to see, and how are you anticipating what those challenges that business owners might be looking to address through cash management services over the next 1, 2, 5 years?
So cash management will continue to evolve as technology continues to advance, right? And customer preferences continue to change. Penn Community Bank is consistently seeking to leverage new technologies in an effort to always want to provide a better customer experience. So for example, mobile banking is a key driver in digital transformation in the banking industry, and we need to continue to keep listening to our customers' feedback and adopting the latest technology.
Michelle, for those that are listening and going, hey, all this sounds great, I'd like to learn more, how do they get in touch with you or a member of your team to maybe learn more about cash management services?
Yeah, absolutely. So you can email, call, text me. Maybe we put my team's information?
We'll have that up on a
include
card
that
here at the end.
Okay.
For sure.
Awesome.
But great. As you mentioned, any way that you can get in touch, really are a great team. Michelle, appreciate you for taking some time to walk us through cash management here at Penn Community Bank, and we look forward to having you back on in the future.
Thank you so much, Aaron. I really appreciate it.
I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Mutual Growth, a podcast by Penn Community Bank. Be sure to subscribe and leave us a rating. And as always, keep up with the latest from Penn Community Bank by following us on Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. For more information about this podcast, links to past episodes, or to learn more about Community First Banking, just visit penncommunitybank.com/podcast.
Mutual Growth is the official podcast of Penn Community Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. It is produced for the benefit of current and prospective customers and partner organizations. This program is provided solely for educational and entertainment purposes. The information contained herein is based on sources believed to be reliable, but is not represented to be complete, and its accuracy is not guaranteed. The opinions, views, and estimates expressed are those of the presenters at the date of production and are subject to change without notice. Please email marketing@penncommunitybank.com regarding booking or repurposing any part of this podcast.